been regenerated. If you don't understand what that means, then just listen to this. My wordplay will snatch the average man's vertebrae. Shout out to my 10 tribe partners, baby orderly. When we combine, they considering us a mass threat. Blacks, natives, Mayas, Incas, and the Aztecs. You think it's far-fetched? You got to be kidding me. These same niggas saying Santa sliding down they chin. Look, when it comes to justice, they just ignore us. But watch everything we do through the eye of horrors. It's piss forest where we at, but where they at is gorgeous. I'm setting flames to these churches with Caesar Borgia. Got the duty of man, camped down in Georgia. Hold it down, keep the faith, the Most High is gonna reward you. I don't beef with my Hebrew peeps. I keep a cordial from a chosen stock. And you not, sucks to be you. Yeah, the number is significant. While Satan's running wild, I'm trying to focus on my discipline. Moving like a whirlwind, I'm fighting till the world wins. To understand what that means, it's Isaiah 45:17. Aristocrat genes, kings and queens, but these Edomites be pulling our strings. I cut the cords in 94, avoid the bull like a matador. But if it's beef, I got an army of carnivores. Ric Flair, figure four, doors up the hinge. I got the gird with the drip, and it's matching my friends. I'm not friendly. I was taught to prove a friend. I'm set apart and don't give a damn about trends or your timelines, your Bentley or your high rise. Detonate your enterprises full of lies. Pull up and stop and bust more shots. And when I do, it be a genocide like Pol Pot. And that's real history. Show me a white Jew, I'll solve the Bigfoot mystery. It's not happening. You stuck in a case of fatal attraction. Bold action with the words of the Lord when I be rapping. Catch your breath, line your target up. People need you. Let's go, cry loud. Cry loud, yeah. Direct like the TV. Heathens can't see me. Your rhymes is like feces. Favorite candy Reese's. Read the KJV. Stocking up on ammo. I've been paranoid lately. SPLC got them hating on me with verbal energy of our captors draining our energy. Yeah, that's why I got this Hennessy. 2 to 2/3, we gon' toast to your memory. Most definitely got the recipe. Expertly snatch the souls of my enemies. The rest be running like they centipedes. I keep the law, fear the Lord, solidify my legacy. Tranquilo, just let it be. You lost, trapped in a maze like Frank Beverly. Change the time like Pope Gregory. You want the truth? Say the word, we'll pull up at your residency. Valhalla, but more heavenly. End of the road, truth be told, we inherently are the chosen, north and south and woven. Hit you with 10 like the rose. You know what mouth got your ears smoking. Kwam Yasha Allah, we live and die by the slope.
Matthew 19, verse 28. And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Here we go. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High. Why Yahushua? That is the name of the Most High. I give all glory to the name of the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, Yahushua. This is your brother Ahmath. I acquired first name. IQ is all the same. This is another episode of DSTM. Don't shoot the messenger. You know what time it is. You know why you're here. I know why you're here, and I'm happy that you're here. Good evening. Good evening. Hopefully everybody's doing well, man. Beginning on the Shabbat, ready to get it in for another night. It's been a little while, man, since we got it in on the Friday Night Lights, man. Decided to, flip the script, do a little something different, make sure everybody's in tune, right? Anybody out here sleeping, are you? Hopefully not. Salute to the families in the house, man. Everybody that, acknowledge the notification if you got it and was able to tune in. My brother Karatazar, Shalom. Shar in the house, Shalom, the house of Byron in the house, my faithful fam down there in the Carolinas. My boy Shalak, what's up, man? Shalom, family. Yaron in the house, Shalom. Kohaf in the house, there you go. 10 toes down as usual. Diz the Wiz, there she go. Shalom, sis. Brother Carlos in the house, there he goes. Shalom. All right, and anybody else is going to be joining the live this evening, or you might catch it tomorrow, depending on whenever you got notified, or whether you was asleep or catching somebody else, whatever the case may be, man. Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, peace and welcome. All right. Um, just a FYI, man. Hopefully everybody's getting notified. Apparently, if you're on here right now, you are. But I had an incident, not even an incident, an occurrence with the elder Rashov the other day, and he was experimenting, putting up his Wednesday's words of wisdom, doing his audio readings of the book, and he was just got kind of hip to uploading and putting the content up himself, and we're on the phone. And he's like, "Hey, did you get notified that that my readings is gonna premiere?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't get it yet." He's like, I didn't get it either. Did I do it right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm double checking back and forth. Yeah, it looked like everything's right. Long story short, man, neither one of us got notified. I'm sure many of y'all don't get notified when we upload content during the week. I don't know. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But neither one of us got notified. And as we're actually on the phone live when it's supposed to be on, we still don't get notified that the Wednesday Words of Wisdom is actually even on. Then once we finally do notice that it's on, it says one person is watching. Meanwhile, both of us are watching. So I say that all to say, man, if you have not already, as my brother acknowledged that them feet was wiped, all praises. Diz the Wiz says she wiped her feet. It's not really cliche to say, hit the like button, notify the algorithm. I mean, we do the best we can fighting this damn beast. But look at it. Brother said he got notified 2 hours late. So this only is pure evidence, man. We just a little channel over here, man, trying to hustle up and do what we do over here, right? But clearly the voice is allowed over here because YouTube is steadily shadow banning this channel and refusing to get any momentum cracking over here. Whether people's notifications are getting turned off. I mean, how can I be the actual content creator uploading stuff and YouTube is not even letting me know that it's going on? Late notifications, the whole nine. Just double check your notifications. You might even want to uncheck it, recheck it again just to make sure. But the folly is definitely in full effect, man. They shadow banning and suppressing the notifications, the subscriptions, the content within itself. They cap off our views. They don't even let it go past a certain number in most cases. They just stop circulating the video. So, it comes with the territory, man, of speaking the truth. It is what it is. And not complaining, just asking and praying that everyone continues to support the channel by, doing what you can, man. Spread the word, share the videos, if you will, if the spirit moves you to do so. Hit that like button. We got to fight this damn beast, man. You got a cold system lined up. But we got to keep pushing, right? Let me get this one scripture, man, in John 18. Shalaki, I thought I was going to share again. Let's read it in John 18:36. It says, Yahushua answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews, but now is my kingdom not from hence. So Yahushua is letting us let it be known, man, that we can't get comfortable in here. This ain't our kingdom. This is not the kingdom of Yahushua. This algorithm and this robotic, artificial, intelligence-based system that we have to use to communicate and get the word out and spread the gospel, it's not geared towards helping us truly. It is providing an avenue. We're getting out there. We're catching up with brothers and sisters and enlightening those. But there's always back doors and traps, man, lined up here. And, our enemy knows how to use it, right? Let me get this other precept in John 15. So if we were of this world, man, the world will love us. So you can't expect to see no Israelites out there with millions of views and hundreds of thousands of subscribers and beloved without compromising himself and doctrine. So the fact that we stand on 10 toes, man, and not compromising, we're not budging, we're not changing our voices, our tunes, or we're not getting off code. Uh, YouTube and the algorithms and the bots and the haters, man, they do what they need to do to try to suppress things. And it's so crazy that everybody has a particular, not everybody, but a lot of y'all got testimonies that speak to what I'm saying. This is where it says no notification, just happenstance. Look at that. So yeah, the fix is in. The fix is in, as they say. So, do yourself, myself, and everyone else a favor, man. Make sure that your subscriptions are locked in. Make sure that your notifications is on, because that's 3 witnesses already that some follies going on over here. All right. John 15:19. If you were of the world would love his own, but because ye are not of the world, but I've chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Hey, I can speak to that. We can speak to that. That's out the mouth of Hamashiach Yahushua, the Messiah, man. He said, look, if you're of the world's going to love you. You're going to get all the adoration. You're going to get all the likes and everything. But guess what? When you're going against the grain, when you're speaking against things that, ain't too friendly, as it pertains to worldviews, and cohesion of this rainbow coalition, to use Jesse Jackson's words. When we ain't rolling with the rainbow, this is what happens, man. But it says, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. All praise, honor, glory to the Most High Yahushua, man, that we got chosen out of this world, right? He said, busy gathering blacks for judgment. There you go. Chosen you out of the world, man. So we've been selected. We've been elected to be removed from the folly that the world presents. And guess what? They're going to hate you for leaving. This is why your family and everybody else said you're in the cult, your friends and turn their back on you. This is why you're getting them strange looks when you're walking around with your fringes on. This is why everybody's, always looking for a reason to accuse you. So the world hates you because you don't want to play fair. You don't want to play nice, right? But that's what it is, man. So prayerfully, man, everybody just make sure you check your notifications. Make sure you check your subscriptions, because the shadow ban on the channel is in full flare. So we got to fight back against this beast. That's why Yahweh said, man, if my servants of this world, they would fight. So we got to fight, man. Glove up. Hey, look, sisters, man, put your hair back, throw the Vaseline on, take them nails off. You got to fight these demons with us. You dig what I'm saying, brothers? You already know what time it is. Get prepared. The fight is on. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead on and get to the content for the evening. Content for the evening. Oh, oops. Gave y'all a little preview. Oh, let me drop that. I said I was gonna do a spoiler alert regarding Captain America: Brave New World. I'm gonna give y'all another week. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm gonna give you another week before I get to it. I was already, you see me, I'm already building towards getting it together, getting some highlights and getting some things lined up on it. But hopefully y'all get a chance to go check it out. This is not a paid promotion, but nonetheless, good movie. Captain America: Brave New World. Go check it out. Lord willing, next week I'm gonna do a review on it and give you my insights on it via the scriptures and prophecy, right? So you see the title, man. It is hold on. Matter of fact, before we get to this, you see the title where it's acknowledging breaking news: Ukraine Russia peace deal in jeopardy? ? Right? The U.S. conducts a drill using nukes. A lot going on, right? So the question is this Ukraine-Russian peace deal in jeopardy? Now, before I got on, I seen this article. Let me share with everybody. I haven't really got a chance to check it out, but if you remember last week, Donald Trump gave Ukraine an ultimatum and said, hey, if you want U.S. protections in the future, we need access to the minerals. We want access to that land. And how much was it worth? Like $500 billion worth of minerals, rare earth minerals. And Zelensky had to sit on that and said, well, do I really want to get this guy, part of the land? Am I going to sell out? And at first he said, no, I can't sell out. I'm not going to do it. But look what I just found today. A couple hours before we got started. Zelensky surrenders to Trump and will sign a mineral deal within hours. Rats again, he's stuck in the corner, desperate, realized that he has no leverage. And now, in order to get the U.S. to continue on with protection and assurances that they'll be okay, he had to give up that. He had to give it up. So this also is something that is interesting because this was going to be part of this peace deal. So we'll see. So he surrendered. It said that he's going to sign a mineral deal within hours, according to the Trump. Donald Trump appears to have won his trade standoff with Volodymyr Zelensky as the Ukrainian president is set to give in and sign a deal giving the U.S. access to deposits and critical minerals. The deal was seen as crucial for satisfying Washington's demands for a peace settlement between Ukraine and Russia to end the three-year-long war. It's a staggering surrender from Zelensky, who had said just days earlier, I defend Ukraine. I can't sell our country. So clearly he sold out. So I'm reading this with y'all. I haven't really looked too much. I seen the headline, so I'm going to read it with the family. So that $500 billion access to rare earth minerals, man, Ukraine said, we got to give it up. Now, in turn, that means that the U.S. is going to still offer protection further. So how's that going to reflect with Russia? Well, let's see. Zelensky said on Friday that officials from his country and the U.S. were working on concluding an economic deal to ensure that the accord worked and was fair to Kiev. We're signing an agreement, hopefully in the next fairly short period of time, Trump told reporters in the Oval Office when asked about a deal for Ukraine's minerals. I mean, Trump is a cold piece of work, man. Cold piece of work. The Negotiator. Remember that movie? That was with Samuel Jackson, though. But this dude, man, be brokering these deals, man, and out here making these other nations bow down. I mean, not even other nations, man. They all Esau. Let me be clear about that. But let me look at this. And it's only pressuring up for him as he sits back and try to, puff his chest out there in pride and arrogancy, man. I'm sick of this. Sick of this dude. This is what I was thinking about earlier. Let's read Psalm 7. We're going to read 8 on down. It says, the Most High Yahweh shall judge the people. Judge me, O Yahweh, according to my righteousness and according to mine integrity that is in me. Verse 9, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. That's what we're praying for. Because right now, this dude is riding high. Riding high. I mean, he's got all kind of dirty tricks up the sleeve. He's got a whole fake cloak of I'm draining the swamp, but meanwhile he's got his own swamp creatures ready to go and invade. They already got their hands out, grabbing everything that they can. Now he's trying to parade himself around as the savior of stopping this war, but we're gonna see some more articles in a minute. Is that it? Ukraine says, okay, fine, take the minerals, just provide us future protections. If we can't join NATO, and that could backfire because if things go left and they incite something and cause America to get involved with an ongoing with the next conflict with Russia, that could be it. But let's continue. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. For the righteous of the righteous power, triumph the hearts and the reins. That's what we want. We want the Most High to establish the just. Not only do we want justice to be established, man, vengeance upon our enemies, the end of our oppression, the end of the lies, the end of all the folly that goes on within the earth, the end of the LGBT plus, coalition. We want the end of all the madness, man. And establish the just, put the righteous back, the men of Israel, to lead this thing again through the righteousness and the law, statutes, and commandments. You ain't got to worry about, somebody moving the goalposts and stealing land and coveting fields and taking things by violence, as the scripture said that he does. If you're talking about the house divided against itself not being able to stand, I mean, there you have it. The so-called white man is completely in shambles. His rulership is pretty much over with. The chump is trying to save the last leg of America, man. America's on spaghetti legs right now. Took a cold right to the chin and wobbling right now. He's trying to, shake the cobwebs off, pandering to every nation, trying to get them to surrender, trying to get them to come back and help him, opening up doors, threatening with tariffs, doing everything that he can to try to pander to the world and say, look, we still got our wits about us. The last stand of America is under President Donald Trump, number 47. Verse 10, my defense is of the Most High, which saveth the upright in heart. The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. That's where we have some solitude, where we know that the Most High is always monitoring and managing the situation. And as long as we see this type of wickedness and everything going on within the earth, the Lord was like, man, I'm mad with the wicked every day. Imagine the Most High is like the Hulk. I'm gonna geek out on y'all a little bit. If you know about the Hulk's motto is, the madder he gets, the stronger he gets. So imagine the strength of the Most High. So the Hulk has unlimited strength. His strength is based upon his anger and his emotion. Now, if you can imagine the Most High saying he's angry with the wicked every day, what type of restitution is the Most High going to show the wicked and those that rule this earth? Imagine his fury that's raging right now. Nahum chapter 1, verse 2. The Most High is jealous, and Yahweh revengeth. The Most High Yahweh revengeth and is furious. The Most High Yahweh will take vengeance on his adversaries and reserveth wrath for his enemies. So the chump can be parading around doing little Black History Month events and, all this other extra stuff, man, pandering to Black pride, trying to get everybody to, see him in a greater light, floating around, this fake, oh yeah, we're talking about dividends. We might give you niggas $5,000 and, all this money we save through Doge, and you can thank Elon for, scrubbing down these books and finding all this extra money. We're thinking about giving it back to you. You really think he's going to do that? I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. But you hear free money, that's like candy in the mouth of kids when you hear stimulus. Black and Hispanics, man, them ears get to poking up like a dog on alert. Stimulus? What? Oh, we might get this money. A new stimmy? Trump, my man. I listen. Again, I believe it when I see it. Because first of all, even with that little money, they were talking about it's got to go through some particular qualified households and some more stuff. Lower income people projectively won't even get it. And this came from somebody on the I don't know who the guy was, but this came from a tweet that some guy, went through the economics of the whole situation. Was like, man, wouldn't it be nice if we got so many billions and 8 billion people working and blah, 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 if you can give it back to them. I mean, 8 million people working or whatever. And that's how they came up with the $5,000 was from some other guy who made a tweet about it. And Elon caught wind of it and was like, hey, that's a good idea. I'm going to run it by Trump. Trump saying, hey, that's a good idea. I mean, give me a damn break. That's all he's trying to do. Tickle your ass with a feather. It's Friday Night Lights, man. Put the kids to sleep. Tickle your $$, with a feather just to get a reaction out you. Make sure you're paying attention. Get you to giggle and laugh a little bit. Stay engaged. And keep hope alive, as Uncle Jesse used to say. Let's look at Psalms 9, verse 5. Thou hast rebuked the heathen. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast put out their name forever and ever. We ain't going to be saying Trump no more. Biden. We're not going to be saying Obama. None of these clowns. Those names, Esau, Edom, those will be distant memories. This is the hope and this is the prayer, man, that we got to look forward to. Because we're just seeing this next run right now, man. The MAGA hats is running wild. They out here thinking, they getting ready to take over and everything's going to be back on track again. And America's back on top, and the pride and the arrogancy of Babylon the Great is at its all-time. Look, the Most High said, I'm angry with the wicked every day. Jealous, I'm going to destroy all my enemies. I'm putting their name out forever. Let them think that that's what's going to be going down. Verse 6. O thou enemy, destructions are come to a perpetual end, and thou hast destroyed cities. Their memorial is perished with them. See, that's how the so-called white man is done. Destructions are going to be coming to a perpetual end. There's going to be no more destruction, no more war. I mean, we've talked about it, I don't know how long, since America's been established in 1776. In the 240 plus years of its existence, it's only had 16 years of peace. They're constantly moving with destruction. World War I, World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam, Afghanistan, the Civil War, French-American War, Spanish-American War. I mean, God does nothing but destruction. Desert Storm. It said those things are going to come to a perpetual end, and thou hast destroyed cities. Yeah, he has. And the memorial of them is going to perish with them. Right? So, yeah, y'all seen this. I just pulled this up too, because I caught a little bit of this cat, man, I think it was yesterday. Oh, there go my boy y'all, man. Hey, shalom, Mike. Oh, no, you looking like your pops, man. He said about that's Tom. My bad. I thought that was y'all. From the phone, you look like your pops. Nonetheless, you exactly right. A gift destroyeth the heart. That is a good precept. We're gonna go there. Ecclesiastes 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. I mean, there's no question. There is no doubt that oppression is going to make a man of wisdom go mad, go crazy. Not only that, but will incite anger within him. And a gift destroyeth the heart. See, when he pops out doing this stuff, Trump announces a Kobe Bryant, Muhammad Ali, and Jackie Robinson. Well, my brother Carlos said Trump a good fella. Yeah. Now, if y'all remember the movie Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee. I think it was in the early 90s, right? And Spike Lee is delivering pizzas for this damn WAP Italian pizzeria in the hood. And he goes at it with the owner is Sal. And he's got two sons. I forgot both of his sons' names. But if y'all have seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And there's one particular scene where Spike Lee gets into it with the oldest son. The oldest son is racist. He open with it. Calling Jays mullions and niggas and this, that, and the third, right? So he's like, look, Spike Lee's telling the son, he's like, look, man, you over here fake hating on blacks. He's like, who's your favorite singer? Oh, Michael Jackson. Who's your favorite athlete? Magic Johnson. He's like, man, you hate us, but you love us. He's like, well, that's different. You know, they're you know, they're entertainers. They're not the same like you guys. If y'all remember that scene, throw a 7 in the chat if you saw that movie, Do the Right Thing. You was too young. You don't know nothing about that. If y'all seen Do the Right Thing, man, if I'm talking to the wind, man, let me know. I'll put y'all on game. Kohalf, I know you on top of it. Ashar, I know you on top. Ashar, you mess around and find that scene on YouTube where Spike Lee's in the they're in the closet going at it arguing. And the damn racist WAP son was saying that he likes the black entertainers. Right? But look what we see here in this same type of spirit coming from the chump. Oh yeah, he like niggas who can play ball, can box, hit the ball with the bat. Yeah, the big nose one, he likes sisters. The young one. I can't remember them cats' name. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but it was I know it was Sal's Pizzeria and what year was that? 1989. Damn, I thought it was in the early 90s. Yeah, that's true. I don't want to take too much time on it, but yeah, if you ain't seen Do the Right Thing, good movie. Good movie, showing the cultural differences within the hood. There you go, right there. The two sons. That's the older one and the younger one. Where's their names at? Vito was a young son, and Pino was older. Yeah, this guy, isn't this guy in Transformers and all that? But anyway, if y'all remember that scene, yeah, Pino and Vito, you got it. Damn wops with their names. Anyway, so the chump goes on this whole little rant. First of all, the wild thing is they didn't do. Now, don't get me wrong. We don't exalt Martin Luther King as a prophet or any of the above. You know, Jeremiah 23 tells us about a prophet and the false dreamer of dreams. I think Deuteronomy 13 chapter speaks about the same thing. So we don't exalt him. He acknowledges error, you know, towards the end of his the latter times of his campaigning. You know, they let his people into a burning building and, you know, a burning house, and he had regrets about his approach. But it was a little bit too late, right? But nonetheless, he gets a birthday acknowledgement, federal and state holiday every year. Everybody know King Day, right? Now, they did the inauguration the same day. So more or less, man, Trump canceled the acknowledgement of MLK and said we'll pick up for it next month in Black History Month. But it's my time right now. So we took January 20th. He hijacked that. Told King, go back you sit in the back of the bus as usual. You know, you thought you fought for your ability to come sit at the front of the bus, Rosa, but nah. Anytime I want to step on them toes, man, to put you in the back, you going back. So he sat back. MLK said, we'll make up for it next month. Don't worry. We're going to very good celebration. Very nice. Very nice. And boom. A month later. A month later is when he finally decides to acknowledge so-called Black History Month. Mind you, 20 days into the month itself. I guess better late than never, man. Niggas can't complain. Hey, at least he acknowledged us. 20 days later, and there's only 8 more days left in the month. Give me a damn break. And I was watching some of the, I happened to catch it on YouTube as I was driving. And I'm listening to these Negroes, man. They are brown nosing him to death. They out there screaming 4 more years, 4 more years. He had Tiger Woods up there talking about he wanted to make a statue of Tiger too, but everybody is already dead on there. He didn't want to jinx it, basically. He did say he was gonna make a statue of the first Jake that died in the Civil War. Want to acknowledge him as a hero. Oh yeah, we're going to get Rosa Parks. We're going to get, Harriet Tubman. All the famous ones we've been programmed to acknowledge. He didn't have. There was no Malcolm X though. No Malcolm X. No Marcus Garvey. No Fred Hampton. I guess they wasn't heroes, huh? Who's defining heroes, man? Maybe they could have been for us in our community. But nonetheless, of course, the athletes, they're going to get the first dibs. The niggas that can run and jump and swing the bat and all that, oh, yeah. And that's not to negate the greatness that these men do as athletes and being blessed by the Most High, but to see them get acknowledged by our enemies as great heroes. Now, Muhammad Ali, yeah, maybe because of his stance of not fighting in the war and getting locked up and standing on his principles. Okay, I can give him that for being disciplined, but because he was a great boxer, I mean, he's a hero. Kobe Bryant, legendary basketball player, but is he a hero? Okay. And how do they get acknowledged? I mean, look at this guy, man. Tiger Woods. In the words of what's his name? Umar Johnson, man, this guy can't get enough of the snow bunnies. But he's a hero, black hero. Okay. All right. Now, and they get it memorialized by idols being made of them, i.e., statues in this garden. Right. So the Trump announced on Thursday that the National Garden of American Heroes will be getting statues of American sports legends. During a Black History Month ceremony at the White House, Trump revealed that the late NBA star Kobe Bryant, late boxing star Muhammad Ali, and civil rights icon Jackie Robinson, MLB pioneer Jackie Robinson, will all be represented with statues in the garden. Nice that they get acknowledged, right? Okay. In addition to legendary athletes, the statues, Trump announced multiple civil rights leaders in other fields. Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin. Oh, some more entertainers, singers. Send me one of those good old songs from Jerusalem. Huh? Wasn't that in Psalms? Coretta Scott King and Frederick Douglass will also get statues. There's documents that say Frederick Douglass was an Edomite. But that's a whole other story. But this is how he, pats the Negro on the back of the head and says, hey, good job. You were always entertaining to me. And I'm going to take care of you by making an idol of you for your people to worship. 2 Corinthians 6:16 says, and what agreement hath the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. So what agreement does the Most High have with a temple of the Most High? I mean, why should we be giving a damn about some statues of men and women getting put up on the lawns of the White House so that we can acknowledge some more idolatry? For ye are the temple of the living power, and the power hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them. The Spirit is supposed to be within us, not some inanimate object of a trophy, statue, medal, none of the above. A ring. And I will be their power, and they shall be my people. That was a promise from the Most High, man. But no, leave it to the chump, man. He had them Negroes jumping up and down. 4 more years. And he was making promise after promise on how he was going to take care of the Negro. He waited long enough to address you. He got to everybody else. And then he waited, coming in last. Let me go holler at the niggas. They came out and showed out for me. As he, gloriously said, I've gotten more votes than any other black votes than any other Republican president ever. The blacks love me. Meanwhile, he was reading from a damn script. Like, if it's coming from the heart, why you need a script? Any other time, he's off the cuff. But when it comes down to him having to sincerely acknowledge anything about the black folks, man, he's reading off a damn script. And then when he got off script, this is how you know. If anybody's seen that, he was calling, through the script, he was calling so-called blacks African Americans. He was saying, such and the African American, blah, blah, blah. Then he flipped. When he got off script, the black, hard B, hard K. I don't even like when white people say black, man. It just come out foul. The black, I was like, oh, you off script now. Okay. We go from African American to the black again. Anyway, don't fall for the okey-doke, Israel. Y'all know, right? Let's get back over here and let's get to these other articles, man. So panic. So we see Zelensky, right? Sign that deal. He's cowering down, man. He's looking for some help from America. Now we see another article that says panic in Ukraine as leaked confidential Trump peace plan astounds. Now this is prior to the article that we just got to reading earlier. Like I said, I just seen that one earlier this evening, knocked it down, seen what it was. I said, I got to just share it. We'll read it together. So it said the UK-based Telegraph newspaper has obtained a copy of a proposed peace plan being pitched by the Trump administration to Ukraine that has reportedly set off a panic. As the Telegraph writes, the plan delivered to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky last week would, quote, amount to the U.S. economic colonization of Ukraine in legal perpetuity, and also implies a burden of reparations that cannot possibly be achieved. So, for the most part, the peace deal involves the U.S. colonizing Ukraine, as we just got through hearing about them getting them precious minerals, signing over $500 billion worth of minerals for America to colonize and take over. They're going to have to give up some land concessions to Russia. They're going to sit in the corner and, pray that America makes good on their word to protect them if all hell breaks loose. So let's continue. Moscow. This is where the issues could come into play. Ukraine's playing nice, right? But Moscow, in their peace plan, they said they've got demands too. They want the U.S. and NATO to get out of Eastern Europe. No more American forces over there. No more, NATO bordering Russia, hanging out in the Ukraine and the whole nine. So they said Moscow demands U.S. and NATO withdraw forces from Eastern Europe in Rita talks. A fresh report in Financial Times has revealed that during U.S.-Russia talks in Saudi Arabia on Tuesday, Moscow demanded that NATO and American forces are withdrawn from Eastern Europe as a condition for normalizing relations. So, the Trump and Putin met last week. They chopped it up. They supposedly had a good talk. They're trying to get it all together. But now we're seeing that Russia's got some demands too. And it says sources in Romania's government revealed the request, which was rejected by the team led by Secretary of State Marco Rubio. But NATO countries along the alliance's so-called eastern flank are still worried. Christian Diaconescu, the Romanian president's chief of staff and advisor for defense and national security, said on Wednesday that the U.S. delegation had rejected Moscow's demand, but that there were no guarantees that Washington would not eventually make this concession to Vladimir Putin. So as it stands right now, the U.S. says, no, we're not leaving Eastern Europe. NATO and the West are going to have troops and forces over there. Russia, you're going to deal with it. If that's part of the deal, we ain't having it. So right now, them peace deals are still up in the air, even though Ukraine is cowering down and getting ready to sign over that land in the minerals. Russia still got demands on deck that the U.S. so far is not in agreement with. Look at this. F. Trump and his deal. Ukraine's U.S. veterans rail against the peace plan. Veterans fighting for Zelensky's foreign legion label president a coward who won't stand up to Putin. U.S. military volunteers fighting alongside Ukraine's armed forces have branded President Donald Trump a jackass over his peace talks with Vladimir Putin, saying Ukraine's future was not a business deal. So if y'all remember when the war jumped off, we kept saying Slow Biden was talking about, oh, there's no American troops over there, none on the ground. And then he doubled back and said, well, if you start seeing F-16s and tanks and planes, and then we're talking World War III. All of those things came to pass. We ended up finding out, yes, U.S. troops was over there fighting. Yes, you got British troops over there fighting. Yes, you had F-16s over there. You got the Abrams tanks. So are we in World War III or what? It just ain't gone nuclear. I mean, we're on the precipice of the makings of it. So now those U.S. troops that's been over there fighting, they're saying F Trump and his deal. This ain't what we signed up for. We was expecting America to come in here and quote unquote be the diplomatic, level-headed peacemaker, or come in and guns blazing and help us. Hundreds of former U.S. troops have fought on Kiev's side in the conflict over the last 3 years, following Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky's creation of the International Legion at the start of the war. See, Zelensky's making an international legion. Remember last week he was saying we need a European army. I need help. We need to, all the European nations, man. I know I can't be in NATO, but I'm going to make my own version of NATO, but I need everybody on board. And now everybody turned his back on him. He's like, you know what? Where's my pen at? I'm about to sign over this damn land to the chump. Most have reacted furiously to the news last week of Mr. Trump's private phone call to Putin, in which he apparently ruled out NATO membership for Kiev and conceded that Moscow would keep Ukrainian territory it has currently occupied. Breaking news. The U.S. launches a nuclear missile to show readiness amid fears of World War III. So we're not even close to, all the peace talk we know. We read the scripture last week in 1 Thessalonians 5 about when people are saying peace and safety. Let's read it because I don't want to butcher it. Sudden destruction happens. Five and 3. But when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. So all this peace talk, everybody's talking about, oh, we need peace over there in Palestine, peace in Gaza, ceasefire over there. Hold on. Sudden destruction is going to happen because this is the double tongue that the so-called white man speaks from. On the surface level, they're talking about how they're trying to get peace together. If you're for peace, you want to end these wars, these senseless wars. As Trump has said a number of times, if I was president, this never would have happened. Never would have happened, right? But meanwhile, he's still authorizing nuclear readiness and preparedness for World War III. I mean, what is it? Is it peace, or should we be gearing up for war? So the U.S. is out here launching nukes in preparation for World War III, showing Russia and the rest of the BRICS nations, China, North Korea, and everybody else that they're ready, just in case things go left. So always remember, when they're saying peace and safety, then sudden destruction happens. Everything that's on the table right now, ceasefire between Israel and Gaza and Hamas. We're getting ready to get a ceasefire, maybe even a peace deal with Russia and Ukraine. Well, the scripture said when everybody keep talking about peace, 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 be prepared. Something might crack off. So look at this. The U.S. Air Force launched a hypersonic missile early Wednesday to demonstrate the nation's nuclear deterrent remains safe, secure, reliable, and effective. The Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile, the ICBM, exercise kicked off at 1 a.m. from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California, just a few hours after Russia deployed its YARS ICBM for combat training. So Russia's launching, practicing with their nukes. North Korea, Lord knows they've been doing it. America's been doing it. NATO's been running major drills. Get it? All this peace talk, but everybody's still prepping for war. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. The Air Force, however, said Wednesday's launch was a scheduled exercise, of course, and is part of the nation's ongoing commitment to maintaining a credible deterrent and is not a response to current world events. Of course. When he speaketh fair, believe him not. Yes, yes. The forked tongue is wagging and slapping you all in your face if you believe that. Let's continue. A worried NATO holds large-scale combat drills as the U.S. stance on Europe shifts under Trump. So NATO is paranoid. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? NATO members continue the largest combat exercise of 2025 on Wednesday, testing their ability to rapidly deploy large-scale forces on the 32-nation alliance's eastern border as worries grow over its most powerful member, the United States. So here you got the 10 horns, European Union, NATO, the European Economic Community, whichever you want to go by, they all represent the 10 horns. The European hegemony is still got the issues with the Great Horde. And they're saying, look, we got to get right just in case this whole cuts us off. Now, the drills in Romania, which borders Ukraine, come as a shaken European grapple, as a shaken Europe grapples with a new U.S. course under President Donald Trump. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has demanded that allies dramatically ramp up military spending and said U.S. security priorities lie elsewhere, casting doubts on Washington's long-standing security guarantees provided to Europe. Days before the third anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the Steadfast Dart 2025 drills comprised about 10,000 military personnel from 9 nations as part of NATO's new allied reaction force. They are taking place over 6 weeks in Romania, Bulgaria, and Greece. So warfare is on the horizon. We see that. Trump is giving Putin carte blanche to attack London, Paris, or Brussels. Can you imagine this? Now you see why NATO's gearing up. Now you see why what's her name? Zelensky said, "Give me a pen. Where do I sign? I don't want to get hit." Now this is coming from a quote unquote Kremlin insider, so it's not coming directly from Putin, but this is from a source, insider. Take it for what you will. It says a Kremlin insider has claimed that Donald Trump has offered unprecedented concessions to Russia and will allow Vladimir Putin to strike Brussels, Paris, or even London. Now, there's got to be some truth to this because if you remember, before Trump was president, they had asked him some comments about how Russia was dealing with the European nations that they were supplying energy and oil to that wasn't paying them. And he was like, hey, he needs to do what he needs to do because if they owe him, you know, he should be able to get it out. You basically get it in blood. I wonder, does anybody remember him when he said that? And they was like, oh, Trump is telling Putin he can do whatever he should do whatever he wants. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here you go right here. CNN. See that? Trump says he would encourage Russia to do, quote, whatever the hell they want to any NATO country that doesn't pay enough. This was February 11th, 2024. So damn near a year ago, he said this. Let's see if we can get him to speak on it. So if we got
if I don't take
insider,
I'll feel sluggish
that
or
says
just not want to really do anything.
he's getting word Trump is giving
I end up like
carte
picking up the kids. I'm like, I'm still in my
Putin to hit up
pajamas. That's the very first
any
thing
of
I
these
do
NATO
in the
countries
morning. For
if
the
he
18
wants
month,
to.
I checked one thing off. That
And
can
if we
at
got
least
to
help
date it
with my
back and
mental
say, well,
health,
did he
with
say
my
that?
physical health.
I get my vitamins, enzymes, probiotics in that morning shot.
It's like a little morning date.
A year ago. Do whatever the hell they want.
The former president told his supporters yesterday that he would encourage Russia to do, quote, whatever the hell they want to any NATO member country that did not meet its spending obligations. Take a listen to how he put it to his supporters in South Carolina yesterday.
One of the presidents of a big country stood up and said, well, sir, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He said, yes, let's say that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want.
So let him say that one more time.
Will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He said, yes, let's say that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want.
Now, Mano, I mean, just a stunning admission.
Just stunning. If somebody owed you money, they tell you we ain't paying you. What would you do? I mean, come on. Yeah, you know how that goes, UGL. That's Vince McMahon specials, all day long. But we see here, a year later, these sources within the Kremlin now are saying that word is still bond. Trump is giving Putin carte blanche to attack London, Paris, or Brussels. Right? A source close to the Kremlin has suggested that President Donald Trump's unprecedented concessions to Russia could potentially allow for aggressive actions towards major European cities such as Brussels, Paris, or even London. During recent peace negotiations between the U.S. and Russian leaders, it is alleged that Trump's team brushed aside the prospect of Ukraine regaining control over its territories occupied by Russia, while Ukrainians and their allies are stunned by these perilous revelations. Russian media outlets have celebrated the news. So he's on record saying, hey, if they get out of line, they don't want to pay, they don't want to, make good on their vows, do whatever the hell you want. I'm not protecting them. I'm out the way. This is why NATO is doing this. Worry, holding these combat drills. So there you have it. Let's move on. Threat down under. China is launching surprise live fire war drills near Australia and New Zealand, forcing flights to be diverted in a shock show of force. It's always something, man. Moab cannot stay out the way, man. They always want some attention. Esau got too much cracking, man. They got to do something to get, stick their nose in the business. You see it all the time, man. Every time when things was going between Russia and Ukraine, you always seeing, North Korea got to go launching some test fire missiles and shooting over the Asian Sea and all of that, and Japan got ducking down, thinking they getting hit with being under attack. Remember that a couple years ago? Kim Jong-un constantly launching what Trump called him, little bomb man. He's always, wanting some attention, doing something, man. Not China jumping out the window. Hey, don't forget us. And we got weapons too. We've got nukes too. We've got missiles too. Now, mind you, remember China said that if they don't get back Taiwan by 2027, it's on. And as much as the Trump keep talking about him and Xi Jinping get along, I can't tell because he ain't really had no talks with them, and there ain't been too much happening between China and Russia outside of the tariff wars. So China's launched shock war drills near Australia and New Zealand, forcing flights to dramatically divert They said this was live fire, live rounds. The unusual appearance of Chinese naval ships in the Tasman Sea sparked fears that the live fire exercises were launched, putting the area on high alert. Airlines flying over the sea were warned by the Chinese military to change their flight path over an alleged secret exercise. China's potential live fire drills were a shock to Australian authorities, who reportedly only learned about these exercises from surprise commercial pilots. They said, to be clear, we weren't notified by China. What China did was put on a notification that it was intending to engage in live firing. So if something got hit, that could have been a cause for war. China's supposed to alert and make sure the area is cleared. They using live fire rounds and all of that, not no damn, dud missiles or whatever. Obviously, China's out there pushing the button, wanting some attention. They might get everything they're looking for if they keep it up. We'll see. Look at this. Now, you remember Peter Hotez, the high priest, witch doctor, jab pushing demon. You remember back in December when he said, "Oh, we got a number of diseases we're going to let out January 21st. After the inauguration, we've got Marburg, we've got Zika, we've got COVID, we've got disease X, we got it all." Ooh. Remember that? I played the video of it. He said they were getting ready to let it all go, right? You remember this guy? Just in case you forgot. Let me show you. I'm not going to play the video. I just want you to look at this weird face of his. I mean, look at this demon, man. This guy got fangs. You see this? Yellow ass teeth and fangs. This is a demon. You see them sharp fangs? Straight up demon, man. With his bow tie on. With fangs. Y'all seen this? As he was gloating about all of the potentials for new pandemic diseases coming out. See? Dr. Peter Hotez. Big public health threats are going to come crashing down on January 21st under the Trump administration. Hello? Am I tripping? There you go. Look at his hair. Frazzled man trying to keep the horns underneath of the wig. Fangs hanging out. I mean, he saw it wild, man. And now look what they're saying. First cows, now cats. And if y'all thinking ahead, you know where I'm going next. If you thinking ahead, you know where I'm going next, man. Is bird flu coming for humans next? With so much H5N1 virus circulating across the U.S., scientists worry we are a few mutations away from a potential human pandemic. Scientists are worried. This is a major threat right now, says Hensley. We know that it's only 1 or 2 mutations away from leading to a very severe disease, and influenza viruses acquire mutations all the time. Currently, the threat of getting bird flu for the average American remains low unless you drink raw milk, work on a farm, or handle dead birds. Oh, look at it. Cats are also testing positive for bird flu and becoming severely ill or dying. Oh, really? Fair use. This is our commentary and reaction for scholarship purposes and teaching purposes regarding this video. We don't own the rights. But y'all remember this one though, right?
I'd like to call to order this secret conclave of America's media empires. We're here to come up with the next phony baloney crisis to put Americans back where they belong, in dark rooms glued to their televisions, too terrified to skip the commercials.
Well, I think...
NBC, you are here to listen and not speak. I think we're to put Americans back where they...
You see how they They show you what's going on, who's behind, the entertainment and the news, the fake news, TBS, TNT. And then
They
you
belong
see,
in dark rooms glued to their televisions too.
now look what they got going on. Bravo, Logo, two sodomites slobbing each other down. This is the gateways to the entertainment industry. Speaking of that, for those who care, man, in pop culture, many of y'all may have know, or maybe you don't know, maybe you don't give a damn. But it got sent to me earlier. P. Diddy's lawyer up and quit. Said I can't deal with this. I refuse. I can no longer be his counsel. What manner of debauchery and evil did he uncover and said, I even got a conscience too, man. I cannot in good conscience and faith defend this man. I'm out of here. Diddy's in trouble. Anyway, you see the subliminals that the Simpsons are showing what goes on within this entertainment industry. Who's running it?
Terrified to skip the commercials.
Well, I think
NBC, you are here to listen and not speak. I think we should go with a good old-fashioned public health scare.
a new disease.
Look at the demons. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Because they know they got warlocks like Peter Hotez sitting behind the desk and in laboratories, man, bubbling up some new stuff, ready to let it rip. And you got billionaire demons like Bill Gates ready to fund everything. Get it cracking. A new public health scare. Which one?
No one's immune. It's like the summer of the shark, except instead of a shark, it's an epidemic. And instead of summer, it's all the time.
Now, this was going viral during the time of 2019, 2020, when that other thing came through, the C1. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Like that, this went viral because people were like, look, the Simpsons did it again. But now it's even closer to being prophetic. Watch.
That is smoking.
Now, I hate to be the guy who derails what everybody else loves.
He loves being that guy.
But, Janice, we do have standards. This can't be a made-up disease. The only moral thing to do is release a deadly virus into the general public.
We do have something we've been holding on to, but it hasn't been tested. Get over here, NBC.
Well, we certainly believe in testing, but wow. Oh, yeah.
So we've got our deadly disease. Now we just have to blame it on something that's in every household, something that people are a little bit afraid of already. House cat flu is coming, people.
What? Uh-oh. What is that?
I'd like to call...
Cats are also testing positive. You can't make this up, man. You cannot make this up. Cats are now testing positive for the flu, man. They're becoming severely ill or dying. And you know these Edomites, man. And my sister Robin, you calm down over there. Inside joke. She know what I'm talking about. Not you, but you know what I mean, man. They let the cats lick on everything, shed hair, drag their butts all over the place, wrap themselves all around you, lovey-dovey. Yeah. Watch out.
House cat flu is coming, people. The Center for Disease Disinformation predicts with some degree of probability that the house cat flu might spread in the following hypothetical outbreak pattern. So, petter beware, that warm body on your lap just might be ready to destroy your tender victuals.
Y'all get the picture, right? Art imitating life or life imitating art? You tell me. But you can't make this up, man. Esau is a complete maniac. Complete maniac. Simpson got it right again. They got it right again. All right, look at this stuff. A new C-Rona. A new Corona, DY91, with potential to cause a pandemic, is discovered in China. Oh, always the Chinese, man. The little gooks. No, the gooks with the Vietnamese. What they call them over there? The chinks. Oh, let me be nice. The Chinese are always at the center of disease outbreaks. If it ain't the Chinese, it's the Africans. But they're constantly in this lab. I can, for the life of me, I cannot find the article. I came up on this article about a year and a half ago, or maybe more. Time is flying so fast. But there was an article that said that China was in the lab working on creating at least 8 more viruses. I can't find that article anymore. They might have scrubbed it. But there was an article that they were talking about. China was in the lab feverishly working on creating new viruses. And I believe they said it was at least like 8 of them they was working. Dang it, I wish I could find that thing. Yeah, I can't find that thing. And I can't remember how I came up on it, but there was definitely an article that I came up. If anybody remembers that, I remember bringing it up maybe damn near a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. But anyway, they're bubbling up a new thing. Look, a new Corona, you know what else? With potential to cause a pandemic is discovered in China. A team led by virologist Xi Jinping, known as Batwoman. There they go again with the bats. For her work on the C virus, detected a new virus, HKU5-CoV2, in bats in China. They ran that game the first time. Remember that? They were talking about they was eating bat soup and the bats escaped from the cave. And then after the pandemic is, put under wraps and the damage is done and the pokes go out and everything else, and the head of the CDC, she resigns, Fauci resigns, everybody heads for the hills, slow Biden throws out all the pardons. Then it comes out, oh, actually it was a lab leak. Oh, actually it was, all of the things that we was getting our channel struck for and channels getting canceled for speaking all the truth. All that ended up being real. Here they come double backing again with a repeat. So Batwoman is in the Batcave drumming up a new virus that is comparable to the 2019 outbreak. Imagine that. And the demon Peter Hotez, he gave a heads up. So white guilt, doesn't, fully destroy them, because he's going to say, hey, guess what, man? Look, I made my tongue fall on myself. I told you. So I don't feel that bad. I gave you a heads up. So when it gets you, you can't say you didn't know. I told you I was going to get you. Look, all right, one more time. Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Hey, white guilt made me tell you. New virus coming. We got a whole arsenal ready to unleash. After the 21st, man, it's going down. Every week since then, damn near, I've been talking, we've been covering and showing. Outbreak here, outbreak there, this, that, and the third. Oh, they're making a new mRNA research for the bird flu poke. It's constantly something. I mean, but Peter Hotez, man, showed his fangs and said, hey, I told you it's coming. And Moab is getting right to work, man. They got no problem sacrificing their own. Batwoman. Batwoman is in there drumming up some new stuff, huh? Okay. The transmissions are out of control. I mean, look at it. Transgender vegan cult leader arrested in U.S. over 6 deaths. Jack Lasota is allegedly the head of the Zizians, whose members are said to have worked for NASA and Google. I mean, if you don't believe that the Scrabble gang, the Rainbow Alphabet people are dangerous, man, I don't know what to tell you. Last year, we had a number of different multiple shootings at the hands of the Transformers, mass shootings at the hands of the transmissions, changing gears. They got cults where they're running around murdering people and everything from stabbings in California to shooting a damn Border Patrol agent. And they're constantly running around talking about how they're being victimized. The Zizians, they got a whole damn cult of these people, man. Mentally ill, transgender, vegan cult. And the fact that, and shout out to my vegans, man, who maintain themselves and don't get on the whole food war battles. If you're an Israelite, you're gonna have to eat that lamb every Passover. But the rest of your tenure as a vegan, Godspeed. But even the vegan, the food wars, it gets ridiculous. Carnivore, omnivore, herbivore. Oh, I'm a vegan. Oh, well, I'm raw vegan. I'm vegetarian. I'm a pescatarian. Oh, what, you eat that? Ooh, we don't do that. Is that vegan? Is that vegetarian? I don't eat. My cheese needs to be made with cashews. I can't eat milk. I mean, the Lord made it simple for us, man. He said, you read Leviticus 11, Deuteronomy 14, you'll be all right. You read Leviticus 17:11, don't eat anything with the blood, you'll be okay. All right, that's why Romans 14 deals with, one eats herbs, the other one eats meat, who's better, that we can't get caught in these particular battles. And it went down, I don't think it's been an issue within Israel for a while, but I do remember it was a matter in Israel some years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago. The vegan Israelites, went on a rampage and it would cause a big old strife within Israel again. But that just goes back to there's nothing under the sun. Same thing was going down during the time with the Romans, Jews, and Paul had to document or make documentation of it with the Church of Rome. That was happening. Strife amongst the diets. But now you see even that invades and can create its own cult. As the Transformers, man, and the Decepticons is out here have a whole cult going on murder sprees, man. They're mass murderers. If you don't believe these people are mentally ill, man, don't know what time it is, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. The alleged leader of a transgender vegan cult linked to 6 deaths across the United States has been arrested in Maryland. Jack Lasota, 34, was arrested on Sunday with Michelle Zajko, 33, who's reportedly another member of the group known as the Zizians. The group has been tied to a killing of David Milland, a U.S. Border Patrol agent, and 5 other deaths in Vermont, Pennsylvania, and California. The Zizians are reported to include computer scientists, some of whom have allegedly worked for Google and NASA. I mean, these are high-ranking witches involving themselves in the transmission cults, in veganism and everything else. And these are high-level hackers and involved in the sciences and the witchcrafts of AI and you name it. They got control of a lot of power, man, as they're running around talking about how everybody's oppressing them and everybody's against them. Meanwhile, they're calling all the damn shots and controlling every damn thing and killing people. Wow. Members, most in their 20s and 30s, are said to have met online and reportedly developed radical views on topics such as veganism, gender identity, and AI. This is what Elon wants an army of these types, man. He got the little youngsters out there, in his Doge team, going through all the books and conducting all these audits using AI and everything else. The Silicon Valley cult. These are like, minions of his probably. struggling with gender identity. But then again, Elon is supposedly against the transmissions because his son got turned out. But this is what's going on, man. The scriptures say, man, iniquity shall abound and the love of many shall wax cold, man, and it's just getting more evil and more wicked as the days go longer. Oh, another plane crash. 2 dead as planes collided at the airport just days after Toronto disaster. So if y'all seen the last week, the plane in Toronto, emergency landed on the runway, got too slippery, flipped upside down. Miraculously, everybody survived, had some injuries. They said that the airline is going to pay everybody $30,000 a piece for what happened. And a couple days later, 2 more planes crashed. I mean, what the hell is going on? The aeronautics of America with these planes is becoming ridiculous. I mean, damn near every week planes is crashing. And then we're seeing that there might be something to it because Trump then hit the federal cuts with the FAA, the federal airline. Where is that at? They were talking about how air traffic controllers is getting cut. They might be in rebellion, man. Messing up stuff on purpose. Some 400 jobs that were cut at the FAA help support air safety, a union said. President Donald Trump's administration has said no one at the Federal Aviation Administration with a, quote, critical safety position has been fired as it cuts the federal workforce, but some FAA jobs that were eliminated had direct roles in supporting safety inspectors and airport operations, according to their union and former employees. So the Trump is saying he ain't got rid of nobody that's critical to safety, and they're saying, no, you're getting rid of some of our support groups that we need help to do our jobs. It's like one hand washing the other, both hands wash the face. You cut off one hand, you can't get the job done right. So who knows, man? These maniacs might be, sabotaging stuff on purpose. I don't know. But it's just too ironic, man, that all these damn planes is crashing every week. Let's move on. Oh, one more thing. Hey, look at this. Yale scientists link, them things that they were telling everybody roll up your sleeve and inject in you. Now, this is Yale scientists, not IQ. This ain't just something I'm making up. This ain't, from University of Arizona online college. Some cats, saying they found this up. No, prestigious University of Yale, Ivy League. They got their scientists on the job, and they said, hey, we found something funny going on with them pokes, man, that was getting mandated that everybody had to roll up and get poked in their arm if they wanted to stay in the military, if they wanted to maintain their jobs, if they wanted to go visit their peoples in the hospital, if they wanted to go to a ball game, remember that? Oh, the safe and effective ones, those? What did you find? What did the Yale scientists find? An alarming new syndrome causing distinct biological changes to the body. Uh-oh. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Experts from Yale University have discovered an alarming syndrome linked to the mRNA DVOC jabs in the arm. The previously unknown condition, which has been dubbed, quote, post-vaccination syndrome, appears to cause brain fog, dizziness, tinnitus, and exercise intolerance. Some sufferers also show distinct biological changes, including differences in immune cells. Breaking down the immune cells. And the presence of the virus proteins in their blood years after taking a shot. The presence of the virus proteins in their blood years after taking the shot. So now you become a host. Not only that, as your immune system now get compromised dizzy, brain fog, tinnitus, and you got a chance for myocarditis and heart issues and blood clots and everything else. And can you imagine the maniacs that was running around a few years ago telling you, did you get it? You didn't get it? You're crazy. What's wrong with you? Get away from me. No, you can't come over. No, you're dangerous. You're gonna get everybody killed. And look what happened. You know how many people are out there saying, God dang, I jacked up, wondering why they're constantly getting sick, wondering why their hearts all jacked up, wondering why they got all these medical issues, and they can't do nothing but link it back to what did you change in your body before all these things happen. Well, I did get sick. I did get the vid, and I got scared. And I got poked in my arm. Man, I got boosted. It's been all downhill from there. Well, I never got sick, but damn, my boss told me I'm gonna lose my job if I don't get poked in the arm, so I got it. I've been on disability ever since. See, now all the truth starts coming up. You know? I mean, far be it from where's the guy? Let me get back. That picture of that guy, man, is wild. Where is he at? Was he in this one? Hotels? Yeah, there you go. Far be it from a demon like this, man. I mean, he looks like a mad scientist that needs to be locked up somewhere. Yeah, you see the teeth? Yes. Gonna poke you in your arm. Gonna give you something you don't like. Where's the one with them fangs? That ain't it. Is this it? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Look at them yellow. Look at them yellow chompers, man. You know how many bloody steaks he probably didn't ate, man. You know how many? Good Lord. Good Lord. You know. Now you see. Oh yeah, Shalak. I should have listened when you told me. Absolutely. You hear all of that. How did you know something was wrong? You should have told me. You should have made me not do. I can't make you do nothing. I try to tell you. You're gonna get jacked up if you take that damn thing. Look at it. The condition also appears to reawaken a dormant virus in the body called Epstein-Barr, which can cause flu-like symptoms, swollen lymph nodes, and nerve tissues. And meanwhile, all these people are running around being hosts. The parasites is already in the man, and they running around passing it off and spreading it. And then you wonder why we have what they call, quote unquote, flu season. Why do you think all the commercials is already lined up to start airing for Theraflu, Mucinex, Sudafed, Vicks, what's the other one? Robitussin. All them commercials start coming out between October and December. You don't really see them no more now, do you? When was the last time y'all seen a cold commercial? Because what do they start? They start poking everybody up with their annual flu shots in the summertime. And then you got all the other zombies running around with this thing that got poked into them 2 years ago, and they got boosted a couple times. Now they got some dormant virus in them that develop flu-like symptoms. You're coughing, you're scratching your throat, you're sneezing, your snotty nose all over the damn place. Your immune cells is compromised. You can't stay healthy. And you got the virus floating through your blood. Good Lord. All bad. All bad. You dig what I'm saying? And these demons, man, like hotels and the rest of them, man, they out here promoting and saying, hey, get poking over, man. We got some more stuff coming down the pipeline. Get ready. The full results of the small study have not yet been published, and the Yale experts emphasize the results are still a work in progress. Yet the findings from a well-respected institute suggest more research on post-vaccination syndrome is needed. Independent experts say the next phase of their research will be to ascertain how widespread the condition is and who is most at risk. So don't take it from me. Take it from the Yale scientists, man. All bad. Now look at this. The chump is out of damn control. U.S. Justice Department cuts database tracking federal police misconduct. So Agent Orange has said, cut the database, cut off the records, destroy the histories of police misconduct. Who is most viably hurt through police misconduct? Blacks and Hispanics all day long. Now the chump has said, destroy all the records. cut the database off, man. We don't need that history anymore. Remember, as he's talking about federalizing police, giving them immunity when it comes down to them policing migrants, which could easily extend into, oops, mistaken identity. We thought you was a migrant. Oh, I'm not Haitian. I was born in Detroit. What you doing? Oh, sir, we thought you was a migrant. Well, we got immunity anyway. We're going to beat the hell out of you. You feel me? Like, this is the type of stuff that he's got going on. Now, he's saying misconduct by federal law enforcement. Oh, that's being, yeah, we're going to go ahead on and cut that database that tracks all of that. All hell can break loose on the streets, man. He's already talking about federalizing it and giving military power to the cops to help with the border situation right now. He can run down at least the blue team, man, and let them do what they want. From the looks of it, the U.S. Justice Department has removed the database tracking misconduct by federal law enforcement, a list proposed by Republican President Donald Trump during his first term and formally created by Democratic former President Joe Biden. So they were both on track. Look, the chump proposed it. Joe Biden created it. And now the chump comes back and puts it into effect. The website opens new tab of the National Law Enforcement Accountability Database appeared to have been taken down as of Thursday. The removal was reported first by the Washington Post. The Justice Department website says the database is no longer active and was being decommissioned after Trump revoked Biden's executive order that had created it. As of September 2024, there were 4,790 records of federal officer misconduct between 2018 and 2023 in the database. Almost 4,800 recorded incidences of officer misconduct gone. According to a report released last year, opens a new tab. Trump himself had proposed creating a database on instances of excessive use of force related to law enforcement matters in June 2020 after the murder of George Floyd. But now he's getting rid of that. What type of folly could he be up to? What's he trying to hide? This is wild, man. We're in for a wild time, y'all. This is the 2025 we just started, and the executive orders are still getting signed. He's still going crazy. Ecclesiastes 10:5 says, "There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler." Verse 6, folly is set in great dignity. I mean, that's complete folly, foolishness, and madness, man. Federal police misconduct, man, and abuse, and you saying get rid of that database. What more could we be expecting to come down the pipelines? If he's trying to get rid of any record of instances of abuse, destruction of our people and all that, saying that didn't exist, hey guys, don't worry about it. You ain't got to worry about that being tracked anymore. Go out and do my bidding. That means dash cams getting turned off, body cams getting turned off, mics off. Who's going to report it? There's no tracking of it anymore. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. When I'm saying the rich, meaning the ones that's of the talent, the chosen. Israel, man, what Revelation 2:9 say? I know that works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Right? We're sitting in a low place. Look, I've seen servants upon horses. Well, Leviticus 25 tells us that the servants were the heathens. They were to be our servants. They're riding high. And princes walking as servants upon the earth. Yeah, we're the prince of power. We're Israel. Yasha Allah. We're the ones walking as servants upon the earth. The roles have been reversed. There's another movie called White Man's Burden. If y'all ain't seen that, check that out, man. Harry Belafonte. What's his name? John Travolta. That's a good movie too, man. They show you, man, the roles reversed, man. Blacks are the elites. You know, John Travolta's a little poor white man. Gets caught up. Damn, she liked it. What the hell? On my computer. You know, I'm always trying to give y'all a little gem to check out. See, White Man's Burden, the supposed or presumed responsibility of white people to govern and impart their culture to non-white people, often advanced as justification of European colonialism. No, I want the movie. I'm tripping. Yeah, there you go. In an alternative America where African Americans and white Americans have reversed cultural roles, a white factory worker kidnaps a black factory owner for dismissing him over perceived disdain. Yeah. White Man's Burden, 1995, good movie. Check it out. The roles are reversed, man. Harry Belafonte owns he's the factory owner. He's the CEO. He's the big boss. And John Travolta's the poor oppressed white man working for the oppressive black man. And he I don't want to tell the rest. But if y'all get a chance and you haven't seen it, go check it out. White Man's Burden. It's a good movie, man. Black man on top, white man's being oppressed. Ain't that something? But long story short, let me get back to the description. Folly is setting great dignity, man. This type of foolishness that the chump is getting ready to lay down. This is what he's talking about, making America great again. This is what the MAGA hats is out here running rampant. So happy and ready to roll. See. You know what? I'm going to start at verse 1. Psalm 73 and 1 before we get to closing out. Truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. You know, when your Christian brothers and sisters, man, love to say that God is good all the time. No, you can't add to that. God is good to Israel. Complete that. God is good all the time. No. God is good to Israel. And if you want to add all the time after that, go ahead. But make sure you acknowledge who he's good to first, though. Right? Continuing on, it says, but as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. See the advantages of white privilege? You know, systematic racism, everything else that, you know, they've been able to benefit from. They're not in trouble like us, man. They're not plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. That's why he loves the fact he's saying, hey, we can go ahead on and, you know, turn off them, stop tracking police misconduct. Get cracking in the streets, man. Violence covered them as a garment. And as Negroes is running around so damn happy, celebrating him because he acknowledged the blacks on your so-called month, little did you know the one little weapon that you was able to report and possibly get a little case out of or possibly get some help from, monitoring and tracking the federal misconduct from the police, he cut that off. And that's greatly impacted our people. Police misconduct, violence, oppression, the whole nine. You know, they got the nerve to say they are here to protect and serve, but they're not here to protect us. They're here to serve us, though. Yeah, they're here to protect the property of the so-called white man and the heathen owners of your apartment buildings and your condos and your rental properties and for your their businesses and this, that, and the third. And they ready to serve you up with an A whipping, man, if you don't get in line. That's protecting and serve. Now, continuing on, so their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Elon Musk, he just got a $400 million contract. I mean, he's got billions of dollars in contracts still going on with China. This is ever since he's been the quote-unquote Doge, head of Doge. The Department of Energy, what is it? The Department of Government Efficiency. He's made more money. The Trump's other billion-dollar cohorts, man, they all cashing in on this thing. Talking about all these taxes and all the money they saving it. Meanwhile, they're over there lining up new contracts and putting in their new buddies, man, to take over every damn thing. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Yes, they speak big words against us. Wickedly concerning oppression. Look, they cut the database off. We ain't tracking it no more. Do what you want. Just like he talked about with Putin. Do whatever the hell you want. If they don't want to pay, hey, let them have it. Sounds like he's opening up the floodgates, man, for corruption if they realize it's not going to be tracked anymore. Very interesting. Last one, yo. Hey, I was wrong. I found one. I found a little Negro hiding underneath of the table. He was in the back corner. There is a so-called black man that is serving under the Trump's administration, Scott Turner. I found one. I found a little token Negro. There you go. And of course, he takes Uncle Ben's Ben Carson. Under the first administration, Uncle Ben was the head of HUD. I don't know who Slow Biden used as the head of HUD, but Trump then appointed the secretary. I think he was a congressman before or a senator. I can't recall. Anyway, I did find a Negro, man. I've been searching for one black face, man, in his administration. I found it. Trump, HUD secretary, cancels $4 million in DEI contracts after launching Doe's task force. The Housing and Urban Development Secretary Scott Turner revealed Doe's savings on Fox and Friends. So he's doing the bidding of his white masters, purging out, overspending and issues going on with HUD right now. This is Housing and Urban Development. So this is who's running Section 8, affordable housing programs, all this other stuff, and that's so cold, man, because blacks and Hispanics are the greatest recipients of, housing subsidies and governmental help when it comes down to housing, right? So he goes, throws him over and says, man, you watch out for them, for your poor people over there, man. You pay attention to what them niggas over there doing in Section 8 and in the projects and all that, man. I'm gonna put one of your own over you to regulate. He goes right in there, man, doing budget cuts. They're saying right now none of these cuts is going to affect directly people who receive Section 8 or any other housing subsidies to help them. He said they ain't gonna hurt them right now, but if they keep digging and they looking to cut some more, there very well could be some impacts that happen to people who got government assistance for their housing. So yes, he did appoint a Negro over Negro affairs, damn near, so to speak. Not to say everybody that's getting Section 8 and everything else is all. But we know most of our people is benefiting from these programs, and they put a Negro over there to point the blame at when stuff goes bad, and they get to cutting out some things and shorten up benefits and cutting off the waiting line to get Section 8 and everything else. They're gonna point the finger at the Negro. It's his fault. So Scott Turner, man, there is a token Negro in the administration. I found one. Little needle in the haystack, man. And Trump says he's against DEI, but he's got a DEI hire. The only one. Because if it wasn't like that, man, he would have some more people up in there. More Jays. But we know that ain't the case. So find a little token, man. I repent. He does have one up in there. Oh, so you seen it, Ashar? All right, you seen it all, man. That's why I like you, man. You always know you know what time it is when it comes down to music entertainment. That's why we always be talking about different stuff. But there you have it, man. All praise, honor, glory to the Most High White House side, man. Another DSTM in the books. The Waterford brothers and sisters, man, stayed up with me this evening, getting this good old info, man. And Lord willing, man, we'll be able to do it again in the very near future. Tomorrow we'll be having closing Sabbath class 3 p.m. I'll be back up with another lesson for brothers and sisters, man. So tune in, man. Tune in. Make sure that those notifications is on point. Make sure that your subscription is in effect. As we were discussing earlier, for those that popped in later, man, the channel is being shadow banned. People's notifications ain't going off. People ain't getting the subscriptions is being canceled. You can't find us no more. All kind of madness going on, man. So do your brothers and sisters of MOTC a favor. Do your brother IQ a favor, man. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Let the algorithm know that you ain't with it, man. Fight the power, as Public Enemy would say. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get on out of here, man. Y'all have a blessed evening, man. See y'all tomorrow, Most High with him. All right, shalom.